Beauty Diaries.
Hello and welcome to Beauty Diaries. I am Namuri Edwemioya. We bring to you the second series of deep conditioning for natural hair. In the last episode, we got a lot of feedback. A lot of ladies, even men, wanted to know how to manage their natural hair in regards to deep conditioning, and they also shared with us some problems with their hair and scalp. We'll be giving you tips on how to manage your natural hair in the course of the program. And so today we bring you our second series on deep conditioning for natural hair. And today we'll be doing the Ayurveda hair conditioning. You'll get to know more about Ayurveda. These are herbs popularly from India that we use to condition our natural hair, or even if it is permed hair, I believe the hair consultant will let us know. My guest today is Chinonso Oma Ugo. She is a professional hair consultant and she resides in Abuja. She'll be taking us through the Ayurveda hair conditioning process. Stay tuned.
Beauty Diaries.
You're welcome back. Like I told you before, my guest is Chinonso Oma Ugo, and she'll be taking us through the Ayurveda hair conditioning process for natural hair, and we'll get to know, some other things. Chinonso, thank you so much. Do I call you Chinonso or Oma? Oma.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Oma, thank you so much for having us in your space today, in your salon.
You're welcome.
Now tell us about Ayurveda, because it's a craze now for natural hair especially. First question is, if I have permed hair, can I use Ayurveda deep
Yes.
conditioning?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Plants and all?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so what is Ayurveda and what does it take for me to get all of this done?
On your hair.
Yeah.
Firstly, Ayurveda originated from India. Ayurveda actually means span of life, and it's practically a combination of herbs. It can be any herbs, but usually we work with the ones from India, that's amla and the rest. But in Nigeria, the herbs we find around is usually neem leaf. These are dried neem leaves.
As dogoyaro.
Yeah, dogoyaro.
Yes, that's what we
Then
all
we
know it
have
as.
the moringa leaf.
Okay.
Then we also have henna. It's blended.
Yes.
So these are the common leaves we find in Nigeria, because I like it when we work with what we have in Nigeria as opposed to the ones we have to import. So we have herbs in Nigeria. If you have 2 or more herbs, you can actually have your Ayurveda treatment ready. You can even work with 1 herb. As long as there is herb, there's green leaf,
Yes.
chlorophyll and the rest in your treatment, it's practically called an
I'm a
Ayurveda
bit
treatment.
extra.
Okay, so you
I did Brahimi,
wow.
neem powder,
Yeah.
henna,
Henna.
amla.
Yeah, that's
What's the other one?
moringa.
No, I didn't use moringa.
Okay,
And then I used a lot of oils.
Yeah.
So is there a problem if you have an overdose of all of this?
I usually do not recommend that you have a lot at once. Just like when you're cooking,
Okay.
and then you put this, and in the end, I know our hair can't speak, but you can tell from that your cooking experience when you have everything. And the truth is, some of these leaves actually have similar benefits.
Oh.
So you really don't have to put this.
Shikai.
It becomes overwhelming, and in the end, okay, growing up, I had an aloe vera. Let me give you one short story. I had an aloe vera, and I thought the more fertilizer the aloe vera got, the faster the growth. And I realized that it practically just killed the plants, like putting all of that.
True.
So with your hair, I feel we wouldn't want to choke our hair. And there's really, and if you check the benefits of this thing, like I said, you find that they are very similar. So 2 or 3 plants, for me, should do the work.
Okay, lesson learned now. I won't do that next
You don't have
time.
to, it's even too much work for you.
Yes. So this is not protein conditioning.
No.
It is basically Ayurveda.
Yes.
Now tell me, what does dogoyaro leaves, neem leaves, that's what I'll say.
Yeah.
What does it do to the hair?
It does a lot. It strengthens your hair. It stops your hair from breaking. Okay, we've actually had a case of someone with lice.
Yes.
We didn't want to act, we were scared of asking her to come to the salon, but she was quite persistent, and I'm like, okay, just come. So what we actually used for that treatment was neem oil. Neem, and then we steamed her hair. We did our Ayurvedic, but mostly was made of 80% neem leaves. And till today, she hasn't had a case of lice. Lice is not from poor hygiene.
Yeah.
Anybody can get lice.
Really?
By leaning on someone else that has lice, using a toy from someone, pillow, you can get, it has nothing to do with your hygiene really, but I know if you clean, you will probably get rid of the eggs and all. So this helps. So some people have itchy scalp, you think it's dandruff, you don't know something is crawling up in your scalp. So using the neem leaf actually helps with that. That is one thing the neem is known for.
For the scalp?
For the scalp.
Because I had some questions in the first series of deep hair conditioning for natural hair. I had a lot of questions about my hair is not growing, my hair is itching me, or my scalp rather is itching me.
Yeah.
What do I do? My hair is, the texture is hard. You know, it hurts when I'm combing. You know, all of these questions. So let's go to Moringa.
Yeah. So Moringa it helps with straightening your hair as well. All of these herbs just help. It's just like when you take fruits daily.
Okay.
It's like for that balance of that healthy
hair food.
Exactly. So if you have a severe a scalp issue, I wouldn't really advise you to. These are what you can use to manage your regular regimen. Okay. It's not necessarily a cure to some hair problems we have. So you might still have to seek a trichologist if you have advanced. But if you're looking for just to have a healthy hair, your hair is growing, your hair is thick, is luscious, you can do the Moringa, you can do, okay, well, wait till we get to the henna. So it's basically to have that, maintain that healthy hair balance that we all crave for.
Now these powders we have here are...
Yeah, so
this is the blended neem. And then this is the Moringa.
Moringa. And then
okay, and now we have henna.
Henna, yes.
I noticed that the henna, the color of the henna powder differs.
Yes.
Some are green and some are brown.
Yes. So yeah, it depends on the drying method. Okay. Some people will show you neem and it's already brown. So we bought this actually dried. So I'm guessing the person probably is a dehydrator or something. Or you could also depend on the species of the henna leaf you have. Okay. Yeah. Those are the things, but it doesn't affect the quality of henna.
Okay. Good to know. Yes. Good to know. So these are the products, or the herbs rather, that we'll be using today.
Yes.
For how about oils?
Yeah. So we also have this. This is an Ayurvedic oil. So this is. Normally you can see that these leaves don't contain any oil. So we have carrier oils to carry the essence of the leaves. Okay. So anybody, you can make your own Ayurvedic oil depending on the carrier oil you have. So this is ours that we're using today. So this is actually made of 90% neem.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Made of 90% what?
Neem.
Neem. And the carrier oil is?
We used coconut oil as a carrier oil.
I can perceive that.
Yes.
Okay.
So we use that. We can use olive. That's the good thing about when you do these oils. You can use them as your salad dressing if they are properly made in a good hygienic environment.
Yes. So. Now, is coconut oil good for the hair? For instance, let me just use an opportunity to ask some questions I was asked in the last episode.
Okay.
My hair is hard. My scalp is itching me. What do I do?
It depends on what you do regularly. There's no one size fits all when it comes to these things. So it can be, let's say, sometimes my hair itches.
Me too. My scalp itches.
So mine might be, okay, if I'm wearing, like today I'm wearing these extensions and maybe I went to the gym, you know, the regular.
Yes.
Then it could be insects, it could be your scalp is dry, it could be other underlying health issues. So you really have to go to a good hair salon, let them narrow your problem down based on your activities. If you're someone that likes to run and you like to cover your hair a lot, there's a good chance that your scalp might itch. If you're someone that you don't have time to take care of your scalp, barely wash, you could itch from being dirty, you could itch from being dry. There are a lot of reasons for your hair to itch rather. Yes. So you really have to find a way to check. Okay, this is what I don't do.
Your comb, your towel, you may be reacting to something.
Exactly, you don't know exactly why your hair is itching. So it's usually not something. So when people say that, I'm like, okay, do you do this? Can I come to the salon? Then we narrow it down. Okay, this could be the problem. And if we try our natural treatments and it doesn't work, we refer you to the hospital. The people that will actually take hair samples and then run a proper test.
Yes.
So that's. So if your hair, you also said your hair is, maybe your hair is strong. Okay, this is how it works. We have strong hair and we have soft hair.
True, mine
So
is
if
strong.
yours is strong.
And I worked my way towards having it soft.
Okay. So some people's hair strands are really thick.
Yes.
If you have really thick hair strands, there's a good chance that your hair will feel like it's strong.
Okay.
So that is one. Two, if your hair is dry. Because if your hair is soft, if something is soft, it means it's been hydrated. Like if you know your meats and you know your bread, usually when something is soft, it goes hand in hand with moisture. So that is another reason why your hair can be strong. So some people have strong hair, and I touch the hair, your hair is dry. There's no reason why your hair shouldn't feel strong.
Yes.
So what we do, that's why we have this treatment. So when you steam, when you apply the treatment, we use a heat method where we steam the hair.
Yes.
So that cooks your hair. So that's why we always encourage naturalistas to try and steam their hair. So
Very
if your hair
important.
is hard, just buy a steam cap or only steam your hair so that cooking, I don't know, when you cook your hair, like you feel some, and then
Don't put it on the fire now.
No, like it has to be hydrated, like
Yes.
moisture kind of heat.
I understand.
No direct heat.
Okay.
No hot water even. It's not the
Okay.
same thing.
Yes.
Yeah, hot water is not the same thing. The earth fire is not the same thing. We're talking
Steam.
about steam.
With the cap.
Exactly.
Or the
We're talking about
steamer.
steam.
Now, I'm sure some people that sent questions last time will be relieved because I was able to answer some. The air consultant was able to answer some privately, but know that we are different. So asking such questions, you would have to see a specialist and know the problems with your scalp. We'll also be bringing to you tips as we go into the dry season on how to manage your hair. And you know, the sun, the Harmattan season is here, dust. We'll be bringing you tips on that during the break. Stay tuned.
Beauty Diaries.
All right, I have friends with me. I have Amayo and I have Heaven. Lovely names. Where are you from?
I'm Calabar Cross River.
Awesome.
We're sisters, so from the same
Sisters.
Yeah.
Okay, Cross River.
Yeah.
You guys always have good hair there. How do you manage it?
I think dedication, palm kernel oil, most of it.
Pemcano.
Yes.
Really?
Well, me, yes.
For you? How
Like-
about you? How do you manage your hair?
Shea butter olive oil.
Shea butter, olive oil.
Yeah.
Okay, now you said palm kernel. How do you apply?
Okay, I make body care products, so
Okay, of
I
course.
have a lot of palm kernel oil in the soaps I make, indirectly through the soaps, and then also I whip shea butter type things like her.
Oh, beautiful. And I see you tinted your hair.
Yes, I did. It's a hair wax, so it's temporary. It's just I just rub it on and then it colors.
May I touch it?
Yeah, but it might come off
Oh,
in your
it's
hand.
soft. Okay, my
That
oh,
would
it's
be-
golden.
Yeah, I think it's mica. That would be cocoa butter.
Oh, okay, okay. So tell me, how do you wash, pre, poo, and all of that?
Okay, I tend to condition with, because I make body care products, I have to try them out. So I don't really have time to use other people's products, unfortunately. So I make conditioners with oils. I do lots of oil treatments. That's what I do. And then I wash with the soaps. I might melt it in water and then just use it like liquid, or I just straight up take the bar and I think I'm low maintenance hair wise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to tell me how you do yours. Let's touch. Okay, similar to mine. My hair is very dry, and sometimes I want to give up on it, but I can't because I really do love natural hair, and I'm still trying to grow my edges. So tell me what you do.
Actually, when my hair was relaxed, I had much thinner edges. So as soon as I went natural, it actually, grew back in because no chemicals in your hair. But also, I've been growing my hair for 7 years, right?
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
7 years because we kind of did the big chop around the same time.
Yes.
So yeah, it's the same thing. Only that I dip condition before I wash.
Okay.
And then I tend to just make my hair right after. So like I don't have a lot of time when my hair is out. I just decided to have it out because it's a natural hair style. Yeah, she leaves her hair out a
Like
lot.
I'll just braid it like that. And
Okay.
But as far as edges go, what I found for breakage recently is hair masks. Like that works for me. I find I'm shedding less with masks, but I DIY them myself.
Okay. So you do air mask and leave them on for how long?
For hours, but I don't think it really matters. I think even 30 minutes is fine. Like I just happen to sit around with it, but I
So
don't think it
it
needs to be
prevents
all
shedding.
day. Yeah, I have found that to be the case.
So how
my
do
hair
I
does
grow
not-
my edges?
people use castor. I don't really have edge problems, so I
You
don't have
don't
that
know?
much. People use castor oil to grow out their edges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Heaven. I love that name.
Thank you. I have my parents to thank for that.
Uh-huh. And you know when everybody meets you, heaven, heaven. Oh, I'm with heaven.
Yeah, or where is hell?
I don't know. And you, your name
Amayo.
again? Amayo. What's the meaning of your name?
It means if you love it, you work for it.
Okay. Okay.
It's epic. So
Yes. Awesome. Thank you, Amayo and Heaven, for coming on Beauty Diaries. And I hope you patronize Beauty Diaries with Namure.
You are my African woman, yeah. Like the very first time I opened up my heart to love, like the very first sun after a cloudy day, like the shining stars up in the sky. You are beautiful. You're beautiful. I put my hand in the air one time for all of my African women. I'm singing la 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 la.
Beauty Diaries.
Now we're going to do the demonstration. The herbs have been mixed and it's going to be applied on the model's hair, and then you get to see how it is done. Like we always tell you, if you do the DIY, be careful of your measurements. What we're doing here in the salon today is just to show you how you can deep condition your hair. It is not a prescribed way. There are different types of deep conditioning, like we've always told you. The hair consultants has checked the hair of the model today, and this is what suits our hair. So, like we always say, different deep conditioning styles or mixtures for different types of hair. Now, this is a mixture of the deep conditioner.
Yeah.
So, is it warm or cold? Does it matter?
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's start the application, and then you tell us what.
So in here we have the blended herbs, moringa, neem, henna, and more, with the Ayurvedic oils. So she's going to be applying it to her hair. Yeah, so you can see that her hair is already reacting to the treatment. Her curl patterns are being restored. So that is something you also have to look out for when you're conditioning your hair. So it's usually very messy. So whenever at the salon, we make sure the customer is properly covered, and if you have to do this yourself, like you said, when you're sure of the treatment, you have to wear an old t-shirt or so that you don't stain your house.
Okay.
Yeah. So we section the hair, and she'll be doing that. She'll be doing the application in parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So while she's doing this, tell me briefly, what other deep conditioners do we have for natural hair?
Okay, so here we have our own customized deep conditioner.
Okay.
And we do mainly natural products. Natural product is real food. I know some people are of the opinion that you shouldn't put real food in your hair, but here we use real food because we realized over the years of studying that it's actually best that you use natural, 100% natural product. So we have the protein treatment, which is the one everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
So that has
Not everybody now.
okay,
Maybe.
a lot of people are familiar with the protein treatment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, then we also have here we have the smoothie treatment, which is made of fruits and vegetables. That's what we use for that treatment. That is also called a moisture treatment. So that softens your hair if your hair is breaking and all. And then we have the clay. What we use, there's a treatment to do with clay.
Mm-hmm.
So there are different types of clay.
That gives the hair
Yeah.
some kind of glow.
Yeah, it helps. It encourages clumping.
Mm-hmm.
So that if your hair shrinks a lot, so we really recommend that. But that fills your hair strands and gives you an illusion.
That's bentonite clay.
Yeah, yeah. So that gives you an illusion of a straightened hair that doesn't shrink so much.
Okay.
And then we also have the apple cider treatment, which goes with the clay sometimes. And then we have the henna treatment.
Now, when you say apple cider, because some people love DIYs and will just go and buy apple cider, you do not put or pour apple cider
No,
in. You dilute it,
Yeah.
and like we've said before, the measurement matters a lot.
A lot.
So if you use too much of it, it will mess up your hair. It will dry your hair out and your scalp.
Yes.
So please, as we're calling all of this, it is based on professional use and not for home use.
Yes. We also have the chebe treatment. So we steam with chebe. You know, chebe is not supposed to touch your scalp because it clogs your scalp. So we have a way of applying chebe on your hair, and we use that as a treatment so that your hair doesn't, your scalp doesn't get clogged and your hair doesn't break.
Let's talk about this chebe, because when it just came out, everybody kept going, have you bought chebe powder? Have you bought chebe oil? I used it, like you said, it does not, it must not touch your scalp.
Yeah,
and in the process, I think I got, I don't know, personal opinion now.
Yeah.
Because it's flaky. There's some, the herbs, you know, it's just like using, yeah, it's in the powdery form, and when you mix it and you twist your hair, you're bound to have some flakes, you know, coming off gradually. So these are things to look out for when you use chebe.
And you also have to be sure of the quality of chebe you're getting. That is usually the problem we have when we buy things, because some people don't sell the original chebe powder and they end up with a bad mixture or something that's not even chebe, probably rubbing sawdust on your hair.
Really? People will do that?
Yeah, people have come to the salon with some products like, chebe is this, and I'm like, this is not even chebe that's decided. So you have to be sure you're buying from a trusted place so that you're sure that you're using chebe, and then when you're using it, you have to be very careful so you don't clog your scalp with it. So we usually use it for styling. Chebe is what we use for protective styling so that your hair stays moisturized for longer and then your hair doesn't break. Because I noticed that each time I use chebe, because all of the treatments we do here, I have tried it on my own hair. I wish I didn't have this on today so you'd have seen my hair. So I noticed that when I wear protective styles, like if I want to wear protective styles for long, I use chebe to braid.
Yes.
So whenever I'm on braid, I notice that I don't have a lot of little or no breakage. Let me just say little, because you must have breakage. Just little breakage as opposed to when I braid my hair without chebe. So that is one benefit of.
Oh, okay. It's good for braiding, actually.
for-
Or when
yeah.
you're doing protective styles,
Styling,
like you
just
said.
to kick-
Not
that's
just
how
to apply.
it, and so even when we do the steaming with it, we make sure we rinse it out completely. Even if you still have a bit of it on your hair, that is how it's supposed to be. So it continues the process of locking in moisture for your hair. So we have what we call the Ambunu. That's what we use for leave-in conditioning. It's a natural, it's a plant-based gel. You know, just like aloe vera. Aloe vera is the most popular one. People often think that's the only plant-based gel we have. We have aloe vera, we have flaxseed, we even have okra, we have the Ambunu. So these are things that have their natural sleep, because if you have natural hair, you really need to condition with a product that has sleep. That sleep helps you detangle properly. That sleep helps your hair from not breaking. So always look for a conditioner that has sleep. So some people sell there's some companies that sell product that has flaxseed, you see them right, flaxseed or aloe vera. So the whole purpose is so when you're combing your hair, there's no friction. That rubbing, because it's slippery, it just goes and you can detangle your hair easily and all that.
I'm sure you've gotten some information on the deep air conditioning series we promised you. And this, like you know, is the Ayurveda deep conditioning for natural hair. We'll be back after this break.
Beauty Diaries.
So for every natural hair treatment, we always advise that you steam. Steaming is what helps the product, the treatment
To work.
Yeah, to work or to seep into
The hair.
the hair strands. So, and naturally, if she wasn't at the salon, she can wear this plastic cap the whole day, just to allow her natural heat to do the steaming. But to make it faster, we use a steam cap. So she'll be wearing.
Now, I really need to understand this as you wear the steam cap. How many times in a month should I do such treatments?
Okay, it also depends on your activities. There are some customers that, and your hair type. Some
Yeah.
customers have really dry hair from dyeing their hair or from blow drying their hair. So when your hair is really dry, you might have to do a treatment, not necessarily this particular treatment. You might have to do a treatment twice a month. But if you're a customer that you take care of your hair, you hydrate regularly, and you put your oils and your leave-in conditioners, and your hair is not hard or your hair is not breaking, steaming once a month is actually okay.
Okay.
Because this is not a moisture treatment,
Okay.
we will not advise her to steam for long.
How many minutes?
She'll be steaming for 15 minutes because this is herbs. We're not working with moisture products.
Okay.
It's just herbs. So we don't. If she stays longer, her hair would dry out.
Okay.
So we steam for 15 minutes so that she gets that hydration from steaming without drying out her hair from the herbs.
Okay, so when she's done with the 15 minutes in the steamer,
Yes.
she will wash.
Yeah.
Will you be using shampoo again?
No.
You will just rinse out.
Rinse thoroughly. We rinse out.
Okay,
thoroughly,
and
yes.
then she will style.
Then she would to condition her hair properly. That is very important when you
another kind of conditioner.
Another kind. That's a
What's
leave-in.
that?
A leave-in. A
Oh,
leave-in
yeah.
conditioning.
Okay,
Yes.
I understand that
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
She will do the leave-in conditioning.
Okay, beautiful. For young girls that plan to train, because some people ask, Auntie, I want to train. Where can I go to her or something?
Okay.
But generally, what would you advise someone that wants to go into specialization of managing natural hair in particular?
Okay, I would advise that you get as much knowledge in natural hair and not just go on the internet and read, because a lot of people put up stuff on the internet not for our own natural hair.
Okay.
Even the schools abroad, they don't have our hair type. So I'd rather you go back to your grandmom or your mom, someone that lived in those days of Afro, and fully understand how they manage their hair, because it's not about the products. You have to really fully understand the industry before you decide to run a natural hair business, because that knowledge will help you answer a lot of questions, because it's not one size fits all. Even if you go and study this hair type, someone will come with another hair type. So, but if you fully understand, okay, this is what natural hair is about, you can, whatever case you handle, you'll be able to, okay, this is the solution, this is what we shouldn't do, this is when to seek a consultant, because this is just the basic level of natural hair treatment. There is a higher one. We have people that have gone to school to study about this thing, like for years, doctors that if you have a very serious case, we refer you to those people. So you have to know which of this industry you want to venture into.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Oma.
You're
we
welcome,
appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Chinonso Oma Ugo has been our guest on the program today, and we've gone through another series, the second series actually, of deep conditioning for natural hair. And this time around, we did the Ayurveda deep conditioning. I hope you've learned a lot today. Follow us on our various social media platforms. For the WhatsApp number on the screen, it is for Beauty Diaries and not for the guests, because some of us send messages, I want to talk to the guest. It is not the guest number, and we can only talk to you via WhatsApp. Please do not call. Please do not call. My producer will not pick your call. On that note, thank you so much for being part of Beauty Diaries for today. I am Namure Edoemioya. Remember, remain beautiful inside and out. Bye for now.